Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Junan Taiso, which, if you are unfamiliar with Junan Taiso, is essentially a warm-up or cool-down that you can do before or after class. The specific Junan Taiso that I'm going to show you today is dynamic Junan Taiso. We have two separate Junan Taiso here in the Budo Tengoku Dojo. We have static and dynamic. Static is no movement, dynamic is movement. An example of that would be, say, like a chest stretch. Dynamic would be bringing your arms across like this. Static would be just bringing your arms straight across and stretching it like this. So the one that I'm going to show you is dynamic, which is the warm-up that we do before class to make sure that the muscles, the joints, the tendons are warmed up and properly ready to go for class so that we reduce the chance of having any injuries. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to work from the head all the way down to the toes. We're going to hit every single joint and muscle essentially to get them warmed up. So the one I'm going to show you today is pretty basic, but it's good and it'll get the job done in order to get you ready for class. So I'm going to go ahead and expedite each one of these. I'm not going to take the full time. Also, consider breath when you're doing this. Make sure you're breathing properly. So here we go. Starting with the neck. Just rock it back and forth. Then you're going to go ear to shoulder on both sides. Turn the head in both directions as far as you can. Rotate the shoulders forward and backward. Small rotations. A little bit bigger rotations, forward and backward. Then you're going to go to big rotations, both directions, just like we're doing uke, just like we're doing blocks. Really rotate those shoulders. Then you're going to reach across, back to your scapula, back to your shoulder blades here, alternating right over left each time, just like that. Then you're going to swing your arms up in front of you and behind you like this. Then you go ahead and move down to the elbows. Rotate them this way for a while, switch, rotate them this way for a while, down to the wrists, rotate them this way for a while, switch, rotate them this way for a while. You can do side to side, you can do up and down, you can do them open hand, closed hand, you can shake them out. Move down to the fingers, bend them back and forth this way. Stretch them out this way. You can work on individual fingers and the thumb if you so desire. Then we're going to go ahead and move down to the back into the trunk. So we're going to go ahead and rotate back and forth, back and forth. We're going to lean back. Do the same thing, rotate back and forth, back and forth. You bend over forward, do the same thing, back and forth, back and forth. If you want, you can do some windmills here. Essentially, you can come down to the ground like this and swing around this way, switching to go the other way. Once you've done that, we're going to move down to the hips. Stand with your feet a little bit further than shoulder width apart. Rotate the hips around in both directions. Switch, go the other way. All right. Now we're really going to work on opening up the hips. So we're going to assume a nice low position here, all right? And when you're here, you can work on going up and down, kind of open up the groin there. When you're in the down position, you can work on opening up your hips, all right? Once you've done that, you can kind of rock back and forth here. I like to assume kind of a jumonji or hiraichimonji type position when I'm doing these. So you're going to rock back and forth. From this position, you can also go down to the ground stretch your back in a bunch of different directions. You can do stretches like this if you want to really focus on that lower back. But when you're in this position, after you work on your hips, you're going to want to rotate in both directions to really work on those hip flexors. Just kind of bouncing out a little bit here. All right? Same thing the other way. Work on the hip flexors. All right? So after we do that, I like to go down to the ankles. So you're going to step back far enough here. Rotate the ankles both ways on both feet. Same thing with the toes. You kind of roll them over, roll them side to side, roll them back. Same thing on this side. Roll them back. All right? Now, if you really want to, if you're going to have a kaiten or rolling heavy class, you can do a movement like this. Getting down on the ground here, just kind of rolling over and bringing your knees to your ears. And that'll also really loosen you up, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of rolling. All right. After this, I like to warm up with some leg lifts. And you can do these bent leg or straight leg, depending on what you want to work. You can do both if you wanted to. But essentially, we're just going to do them in all directions. So we're going to do 20 to the front here, which is 10 on each side. After you do that, you do them out to the side over here, 10 on each side, for a total of 20. And then you're going to do them to the rear, 10 on each side, for a total of 20. All right? You can do some light calf raises if you want to kind of warm up the calves and the feet. You can do some modified jumping jacks, essentially with uke, instead of bringing your hands up like this. So when the feet are coming in, the hands are coming in, out, in, out, in, out, in. You can do them this way, and then switch and go the other way. So, excuse me, those are some minor considerations for Junan Taiso. Of course, we always open up every single class with Sanshin no Kata. So I'll make a video about that here pretty soon so you guys can see what that's like. But like I said, essentially that's the dynamic or the moving Junan Taiso. I will upload a separate video for the static Junan Taiso, which is a whole different set of stretches. Like I said, those are the stretches that you're actually going to hold. Probably what a lot more people are common with. You see a lot of schools doing the static Junan Taiso before class, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just been kind of researched and proven that dynamic movements are better before exercise, static being better for after exercise when you're cooling off. So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe. I will be uploading more videos. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless.